to kick off toward the end of this time together. But first, I'm going to introduce our speakers because we have so many amazing speakers. I'm going to show you a picture right now. I'm going to show you a picture of me. This is me when I got my starter kit. I know. I was in my 2-bedroom apartment with the gross yellow carpeting and the gross yellow goldish kind of curtains. They were not draperies. Those are curtains. There's a difference. And there's my starter kit with all the tubes in it. We had like a bazillion tubes in our starter kit. We had our tubes of skincare. We had our tubes of every single shade of day radiance in there. And I had my robe on and I was just jumping up and down, so very excited that there was my starter kit. Okay, then this picture is of, and I had one daughter at that point in time, Jennifer, our oldest daughter, and she was 4 years old then. This picture is of our second daughter, who was not born yet when I became a consultant in Mary Kay. Actually, it was going to be 5 years later that she was born, and this is a picture of her with her starter kit in our kitchen when we opened it up. She's smiling very nicely and I'm being goofy and holding up her tubes because I'm so excited I can't stand it. That was her at 18 years old. And then this is her with when she earned her very first Cadillac. And I drove from Oklahoma City up to Nebraska where she picked it up so that we could have our Cadillacs together. And I surprised her to take a picture. So my daughter Whitney, her 3 things that are most exciting. Her first, in 1 year, she earned her Malibu, then her Equinox, then her Mustang, and then her Cadillac as a brand new sales director. She says she wanted to be a sales director because she wanted to be around the women consistently who sharpened her, who were wiser, who were stronger, who are more ambitious, so that she could run with them and she could glean from them. And of course, all her life she had been around them and now she was going to be a part of them. So she was excited about becoming a director for that reason. I was on an NSD trip on a ship when she got to go pick up her Malibu, and her husband Wes surprised her and proposed to her when she was picking up her car. So that was, and she did call me on the ship and was screaming excited before they put it on Facebook. Yay. So I didn't have to find out about it from everybody else. I got to find out about it from her. And then of course her other milestones are that she did $500,000 as a sales director, and she loves the women in her unit. And so I'm going to introduce to you my daughter, Whitney Wemhoff, who's going to be sharing with you some amazing information about the new app and all the directions she's going to take that with you guys. So come on up, Whit.
Yay, thank you. Oh my gosh. So if I would have known back when I was 18 that those pictures were going to stick with me forever, I think I would have rethought what I was wearing a little bit more. And but I love that. So I'm really excited, you guys, to talk to you about just what I'm doing with the Skin Analysis app. I've loved the Skin Analysis app since they came out with it when it was just for consultants, and now that they have revamped it so that our customers and our clients can use it from home is even more amazing, because it just opens up so many doors for us, even outside of when life kind of gets back to normal, that we can still utilize that with all of our clients who are out of state, who are not local to us, because we've always had no territories we could always work with, but now we're able to take that to a whole new level. And so if you have not downloaded the Skin Analyzer is what it's called, Mary Kay Skin Analyzer app, like do it today and start using it on yourself so that you can see what it's like, because it's so simple. But then you can walk your customers through the process when you're setting up your appointment. But I've always used that as a booking tool, as a reason for them to get together, to try the product with me, to get in front of me, because it's impressive, you guys, like really for them to be able to go get a scan like that. And if you don't know much about the scan, it basically shows you what's happening underneath their skin so that you can see where the collagen's starting to break down faster, where there's discoloration, where there is maybe needs more exfoliation. Like, it just shows you what's happening, the damage that's already there before it's actually surfaced. And so it helps them make a treatment plan for their skin and decide and figure out what regimen is going to be the best for them. And so really, for them to get something done like that, they'd have to go to like their dermatologist, or go pay to get it done somewhere. So for us to be able to offer that for free is amazing. And so I've always paired it with an appointment. I don't just say, go download this app and then send me your pictures, your results. Like, I want to make sure that I'm turning that into an entire appointment, because I want to be able to share the products with them. I want to be able to walk them through the results, and I want to use that as a tool to connect with them. So what I'm doing right now is I'm holding appointments, just like I was doing before in person. I'm just doing them now through Zoom, and it's been so much fun. And really, this season of life has been a blessing in the sense of that everyone is bored. And so we have a captive audience, and so they are all like excited to get together and to try something different and to connect with someone and to be able to have that spa time. And so I am calling them social distancing spa hours. And I liked the spa hour because I wanted something that sounded intriguing, but also simple, because sometimes when people don't book with us or and get back to us right away, like, they just don't always really understand what it is exactly that you're asking them to do or you're inviting them to. And so I wanted it to just be simple. And so I knew that the spa part was going to be intriguing to them, but me just calling it a spa hour, like, that's simple. That is an hour of your day. Like, they understood that. And so I wanted to come up with some different fun words to use to describe like what it is that I provided. So just like when the whole beauty experience terminology came onto the market or came onto the scene, that everybody went crazy over that. And really, we were doing the same thing that we were always doing. We were getting people together and we were sharing the product with them, but we were just calling it something different. And really, how we market things and how we brand it makes a really big difference, because we want to appeal and intrigue today's woman. And so she's intrigued by terminology. And so I wanted to try to just think of, like, brainstorm different ways, different things I could call these sessions to just kind of intrigue people. And so I'm calling my individual appointments like a spa hour or a spa session, and then I'm calling my party like a gathering for them to get some friends together. I'm calling that my spa social. And so they are getting friends together. We're going to do a spa social. We do it through Zoom. And then my hostess, I'm calling her my spa socialite, and I cannot take credit for that word because that came from my friend Erica Plucknett. And so she was helping me brainstorm some words and she came up with that. And I'm like, that is brilliant, because I looked up the definition of a socialite, and it's a person who is well known in fashionable society and is fond of social activities and entertainment. And I'm like, who would not want to be a socialite? So I started calling them my socialites. They get a socialite packet from me for, like a hostess packet. They're just my socialite and not my hostess. And then her guests are her entourage. And so the definition of an entourage is a group of people attending or surrounding an important person. So who does not want to have an entourage? So I just changed up the verbiage. So really the outline, everything's the same. And I will still go through kind of the outline for you and how I am doing things virtually, but it's really I'm just kind of changed up the words. So if they book with me one-on-one, they get a customized spa session. And then if they book with me as a group, it's a spa social. So I put together pamper packs, and you can do this without samples. Instead of having people try the product at home while they're doing the Zoom with you, you can just try it on yourself. You can do it on your hand. You're just, QVC, you're holding up the products and you're talking about it. So you don't have to have samples to do it this way, but I'm going to walk you through how I'm doing it with the samples, but I'm calling them pamper packs. And so I'm putting together a pack of samples. And so it's just the products that they're going to try during the appointment. And then I might throw in like a headband or something cute or whatever, a little card note from me. But I did work with Girl Boss Graphics to create some different tools and materials that you could use along with this idea. And so there is like a little instruction sheet that goes in the paper pack that just informs them to not open up the samples until we meet for their spa session, because I know it's tempting for them to want to dig in and start playing with them right away. But the idea is for them to try the products with me, just like we would do in person with them. So it instructs them to There's like another one in here that walks them through how to download the Skin Analyzer app, what to have with them, like either a sink or a washcloth, and something to write with. They're going to need a piece of paper. There is this, you guys might have seen this idea already. So there, I had Girl Boss create it for me. So that we have one that's already all put together, but it works just as well just to have them bring a blank piece of paper to the appointment and you can just tell them what to write. But the idea on here is it has them put their name and everything. And then I added for them to tell me like what concerns they have about their skin. Because whenever I do my appointments, I want to know what it is that they want to change about their skin, if they have any concerns, because I use that when I'm kind of working through the products with them, walking them through, well, this is going to help you with that concern. And also when I'm closing them. And so I want them to put that on here, what their concerns are. And then the tic-tac-toe game, I did not come up with this idea, but how it works is that when someone has like a product that they hear about that they fall in love with, like say the cleanser, for example, like they can't live without the cleanser, they're going to write the cleanser in one of the boxes. And then they hear me talk about the day cream, they want the day cream, they're going to write the day cream in another box. Once they get 3 in a row, they get a tic-tac-toe. And so you can decide what you want the incentive for a tic-tac-toe to be. When I'm doing like my group sessions, they do tickets for a free product drawing at the end of the spa social. And so every time they get a tic-tac-toe, they get an extra entry into the drawing. And so for most of the time during my Zoom with them, I like it because it's like this where you can see everybody's faces. And so most of the time they're kind of staying muted unless I call them out to like ask them a question, but they're using the chat to interact with me. So they're writing tic-tac-toe in the chat. If they've got questions, they're putting it in the chat. And then I can put their entries into the drawing and interact with them. And then there's 4 places at the bottom. I have my 4 closing questions that I ask, just like I do at my normal appointments. And so they put the answers here for me. And then on the back, there's a place for them to write names and numbers for referrals. And so I'll walk you through how I get those at the appointments too. So I include all of those things in the Pamper pack for them. Now, when I am doing this as a group session, the hostess, the socialite, is the only one who does the Skin Analyzer app. And so there's 2 different sets of these. There's one that talks about how to download the app, and there's one that doesn't mention the app yet. And the reason that I do that is because I want to use that as a tool to book the follow-up with all of the guests at the social. So I want them to book with me either one-on-one or invite some friends of their own for their follow-up appointment. And then their incentive is that they're getting to download this app and they get their scan. So I jump on like a few minutes beforehand with the hostess to go over her scan results and everything with her before the rest of her friends jump on. And then I'll mention that during the party that we did that, and that was really fun and exciting, and you guys will have the chance to get to do that too. So so I'm not mentioning the app to them ahead of time, unless it's just to the hostess, or if it's just a one-on-one appointment, then I am using the app. So a script. So what I say when I am booking them, there is like an invitation image that you can use that has the information about that you get this like 3D skin analysis scan and all this cool stuff. But what I say when I'm reaching out to them individually to book them, I'll say like, hey, Becky, I pray that you and your family are doing well, and I want to spread some joy right now while we're in this season, and we all have our own gifts, and I don't know how to sew masks, and I don't have an abundance or stockpile of toilet paper lying around that I can just give out, but I do know how to pamper and provide comfort, and so I'm giving out free stay-home pamper packs full of in-home spa treatments. It's totally free. And I know that now more than ever, women need to feel connected and cared about, and a little pampering can be good for us just physically and emotionally. So is this something that would bless you? And in the event that she were to say no, which has not happened yet, but if that were to happen, what I would just do is I would say, okay, no problem. Do you know anyone else that this could bless? And I would just get some referrals from her. But when she says yes, I say that, awesome, like these pamper packs have been so much fun. This package comes with a 3D skin analysis scan, and we get to do that virtually. And then you'll have a free spa hour with me. And so the scan's going to show us what's happening underneath your skin. And then we're going to connect through Zoom for your spa hour. And I'm going to go over those results with you. And then you're going to be able to experience some of the spa products that came in your package. And I'm going to walk you through how to use them, what they're doing for your skin while you try them. So let's schedule a time for your Zoom. And then we'll figure out, I'll get your pamper pack to you. So what works best for you? Afternoon, evening, morning, you just kind of give her some options. And then you set that time up with her. And then afterwards, I'll say, perfect, I've got you down for, Friday at 6. Are you craving some girlfriend time right now? Because we could turn this into a spa social if you want to. And then each of your guests will be able to get their own pamper package for free. And so you would get some extra goodies in your package, and you can invite up to 5 additional friends if you want to. I have 5 additional pamper packs that I can give out. So is there anyone that that could use some pampering right now too? And I give her a number. I like to stick with 5 because I feel like if you've got way more than that, especially virtually, it's hard to keep track of everybody. So I kind of give them a limit. Because that's 6 of them total that's on there, including her. And then if she were to say no, I just say, okay, well, I'm looking forward to some time to have one-on-one with you. And you can go to my website and register for your pamper pack by date and time. And then I let her know. I do attach this registration image. And then if she does invite guests, I have her send this registration image to her guests. But so what I'm doing for the pamper packs is I'm having them pre-register on my website. So I give her my website, she goes on and she registers on there. And so that just saves me time, because then I'm not having to go and enter all of her information into InTouch myself afterwards. So it's basically taking the place of your profile card. But she's going to go on and she's going to fill out her information about her skin, her contact info. And so I just let her know that gives me what I need to be able to put her pamper pack together and to know where to deliver it to. So whether I'm delivering it like in person, dropping it off at her doorstep, or whether I'm mailing it out. If you find yourself mailing a lot of them out, it's perfectly okay to ask for them to cover the shipping if you want to do that. But I tell her to do this first. And then that way she's already on my website, she's registered. If she's getting some friends together, she gets me her guest list. So I know who to look for as her guests are going on and pre-registering for their pamper pack. So that's how they earn their pamper pack for free, is they go on and register, but it's so that I know what to put in it and where to deliver it to. So then after she's gone on and registered, then I'll reach out and I'll just say, okay, your pamper package is on its way. I'm excited to connect with you. There's going to be some instructions in your package on what to do. You're going to want to download the Mary Kay Skin Analyzer app, and then we're going to connect, this time, and we're going to go through the process with you and go through your results. And then you'll be able to dig into the treatments then. And so just hold off on using those treatments until our appointment. So I'm just reiterating that. So the instructions are already going to say that in the pamper pack to wait to start using these treatments. But I have found that you have to remind them. You have to say it a couple times to make sure that they know you do not start using the samples until we connect together. And so then I let her know for extra credit, she can watch this short video. I attach a little video marketing link that she can watch, and she gets a gift card at her appointment if she watches that ahead of time. And so that's how I do as part of my marketing. And so I do the same thing with the spa guests. I just don't talk about the Skin Analyzer app. So when I get together with them, for the appointment, when I started out, I will just kind of get to know her. So if it's just one-on-one, I'm just kind of getting to know her, asking her a lot of questions about her. Or if I already know her, I'm catching up with her. If it's a group appointment, I'm going around and meeting everybody, figuring out, seeing how they know each other, just like you would normally for appointment you would do in person. And then I share the vision, Mary Kay's vision about the company, my story, that kind of thing. And then if it is one-on-one, I'm going over, so she's not doing the Skin Analyzer until she's with me. So she downloads the app. I make sure she downloads it ahead of time, so we have to sit there and wait for her to download it. She's already got it downloaded, but I tell her to wait until the appointment, and then I walk her through how to use it. So in the instructions, the instruction card that she gets, it tells her that she's going to want a phone because she's going to need to download the app on the phone, but she's going to want to do her Zoom on a computer or a tablet, because in that way she can scan herself while she's there with me, and then I'm walking her through, okay, click on that, tell me like, what's that say? What do you see how you see where those spots are in your picture? That's where the discoloration's happening. And so she doesn't have to show me what it says. Like, I'm just walking her through. I know I've done enough of these scans. I know what it looks like. And when you do it on yourself, like, you'll know immediately. It's really simple. So you can see where the collagen's breaking down. You can see where the little spots are. And so I'm just walking her through, like, you see where that is? And so she's seen that for herself. Then we click on, like, this is what the regimen says. So I'm just walking her through that in person. So I start out doing that with her. If it's a group social, then she and I have already done that before the friends jump on. And then I go through the skincare just like I normally would, like, put this on, wash it off. She can do it at the sink. She can do it at the table with a wet washcloth. Then when she gets to the treatment, I do a referral game. And so how I do the referral game is I say, I have a mission right now to pamper as many women as I can during this pandemic. And I'm in a friendly competition with my girlfriends to see who can gift the most women during this time. So with all the craziness that we have going on, I want to gift women with some pampering and some connection. And so we're putting together pampering packages, and just our intention is just to kind of spread some joy. And so you're able to gift as many women as you would like. They can be anywhere in the country. They don't have to be local, but they do have to be 18, and there's no cost for you. There's no cost for her. And so I'm going to have you write down those names and numbers on the back of the sheet here, or just whatever paper she has. And then once you get to 20 names, you actually get a half off price item from me. So you can pick any full price item and get it half off from me. You'll earn that voucher for that. And then if it's one-on-one, what I do is I tell her, I'm going to go switch around the laundry real quick, or I'm going to return some messages really quick. I can still see you if you have any questions, or you need, when you're done writing down the names and numbers, just holler at me. And I'll be here. But I tell her I'm going to do something, because normally when I'm with them in person, I'm like getting ready to match her foundation, or I'm setting something else up while she's doing her referrals. And like now I'm just sitting here staring at her while she's writing down the names and numbers. And I'm like, okay. So I just say, okay, I'm just going to do this so that she's not feeling awkward about it. Gives her the freedom to start writing down the names and numbers for me. Then if it's a group social, what I do is I give I got this idea from Director Tammy Niehaus, so thank you, Tammy, for this, but it's a little bit more interactive. So I tell them that they're the exact same thing, why I'm doing the pamper packages, all of that, but that I tell them once they get 5 names and numbers down, I'm going to put their name into a drawing. So I want you to wave at me when you get to 5. Then when you get to 10, I want you to wave at me again. I'm writing your names down on these tickets. I'm showing them, I'm putting it in the thing. And so it's interactive. And so every time they get to 5 and 10 and 15, they're waving at me. And once they get to 20, they earn their half off item. And so it kind of gives me something to do, so I don't have to go switch around laundry or something while they're doing the referral part. And then they feed off of each other when that's going on. And so then when I share the opportunity with them, after the referral game, after they've finished all of the rest of the products and we go into the opportunity, I say for this last part, we're going to play 20 questions. And I'm going to share a little bit more about my journey with you and about Mary Kay. And then I'm having you just ask questions about me, about the company, about the opportunity. And then if it's one-on-one, what I do with her is, since she's watched the video ahead of time, so I tell her any questions she thought of when she was watching the video. But if it's just one-on-one, I tell her each question gets you $1 credit towards any product that you want. You can ask up to 20 questions. The reason that I do that is I always do like a gift card of some sort at my appointments anyway, because when I'm closing them at the end, it just feels like easier, natural for me to say, awesome, will you have this gift card for helping me with this portfolio or the skin analysis scan or whatever it is that you booked her for. And so I let her know that she gets to use her gift card towards any of her purchases tonight. And so it's just kind of an open door to shop, because I know for myself, when I have a gift card, like I end up spending way more than I initially was going to spend, even though I had a gift card, because you're like, sweet, like I'm getting this great deal. So you just start adding all these things on because, I've got a gift card. Doesn't matter how much it's for, like you've got a gift card. So they're thinking that same way. So I'm going to do a gift card anyway. Right now she's earning the gift card by asking questions, and she can ask up to 20. When I'm doing this as a group, I do not incentivize them that way. I let them know they get an entry into the drawing for every question that they ask, because again, they're feeding off of each other. And so they're all interacting anyway, and they don't have to write. So they're doing that. And then when I close them, I have the closing sheet that I use at my regular appointments. And so there, it's this one right here. There's, it's like got 3 different collections and then the spa bar on it. And so with that, I walk them through all of the specials and I just let them know that they're going to get to take advantage of these specials. But then I have a link to this that I post like in the chat so that they can pull it up and they can look at it while I'm talking about it. And so all of this stuff that I'm going through with you right now, actually, you'll be able to find it. If you go to girlbossgraphics.com and go to the Go Give gallery, she's got this whole outline that I typed up and all of the scripts and everything are all on there for free. So you can pull that up, and in there is the link to this too. So if you want to use the same closing sheet, you can. But what I do when I'm closing them is I go to back to this guy here with the 4 questions, and I tell them that they're going to answer those 4 questions now at the bottom. And so the first one is, out of the collections, which one excited you the most? There's the Cadillac collection, the Ultimate collection, or the regular Miracle collection. And then for number 2, your next session, you can choose to have a spa social and set something up like this, or you can do a one-on-one with me. Do you want this to be me or free is what they write there. And I kind of go into detail about what that means. And I do a grand prize drawing for the month out of all of my guests that I'm in front of. And so there's ways that they can earn entries into my monthly free product drawing as well. So I tell them that they get an entry into that. If they get together with me one-on-one, they get 2 entries. If they get together with me with some friends. And then question 3 is, I'm working on some leadership curriculum. And so if they'd be willing to help me with that, it takes like 15-20 minutes over the phone, and they would get an additional entry into the drawing. And so they can put yes or yes to that question. That's exactly how I word it. And everybody laughs and they always put yes. And then question number 4 is, I want you to grade yourself and give yourself an A, B, or C on your interest in joining our family. And so A is absolutely, I'm excited to join the family and get my free whatever you want to offer as a welcome gift. And then B is bring me some more information. And then C is, this was awesome, but I'm really excited to just be a customer for life. And then they can put that. And so then I have them take a picture of their paper and they all text it to me. I put my phone number in the chat for them so that if they don't have it, which they most likely did because I already followed up with them to when they pre-registered on the website, but I have them text me the picture and then I put them in the drawing for the last entry, and then I do the drawing with everybody. And then I let them know, I say, thanks for hanging out. This was so much fun. I've got a gift card for each of you, and I'm going to call you each individually to follow up. And so I do the individual close over the phone, and I let them know, like, Kelly, I'm going to call you first, and then I'm going to call you, Susie, and then I'm going to call you, Jenny, and then I end with the hostess. And so they each know to expect my call, and that they have to do the call with me in order to get the gift card, which is even more incentive for that. And so when I do that individual close, I just basically ask them, like, I see that you put down for number 1, you want the Ultimate Miracle collection. And you said on here that you had some skincare concerns with even complexion. So tell me right now, like, the skincare products you're using at home, are those helping with those issues? And then do you feel like the Ultimate Miracle collection is going to help with that? We just kind of walk through whatever her skincare concerns were and the products she's already using versus what we were trying during the appointment. And then I let her know she's got a $10 product credit that she can use on any of the collections. That is what she gets for the collections, $10 towards any of the collections. And then when she says that, yes, I want the Ultimate Miracle collection. Awesome. That comes with 2 spa bar items half off. Which ones do you want? Not, do you want to use that? Which ones do you want? And so then she tells me, and then I say, perfect. Okay, what else can I get you? Awesome. What else can I get you? And I just keep asking that until she says, like, okay, I think that's it. And then I set up a time for her next session because she answered question number 2, either me or free. And then I set up a time for her leadership curriculum. And then if she's thinking about the opportunity, no matter what she put, A, B, or C, I say, I see that you put a C down for number 4. Tell me about that. Doesn't matter which letter she put. I say, tell me about that. Because even if she put a C, customer for life, she might still be interested. She just is unsure. She's, for whatever reason, that's holding her back. And it gives me an opportunity to walk her through that. And so if she's kind of showing me that there is some interest, then I just, have you ever, thought about an opportunity like this for yourself before? If you had this opportunity in your life right now, how would that benefit you? And then I just say, yeah, I could see that would be a big blessing for you. I'm passionate about Mary Kay's mission of enriching women's lives, and I'd love to help you whatever she said, supplement your income or have more freedom with your family. Is there any reason why you wouldn't want to get started in that direction today? And then I just kind of walk her through that and sign her up on the spot right then, or set up a time. And you can set up a time with your director afterwards. But that's kind of how I do the individual close. So there we go. And I'll post the links and everything to all of this contact or all this information for you guys so you can reach out and grab it. And then, is there anything else, Mom, that you wanted me to go over?
There you go. That was awesome. I love the socialite and their entourage, but of course, everything else was extraordinary. All of the training was awesome. Was there anybody else that wanted to just pop on? Was there one of our Reds that wanted to say something? Or yeah, Kayla King, why don't you pop on? There you are. Yay, Kayla.
Oh my gosh, Whitney, that was so awesome. I love how you just simplified everything, made it fun, and like the socialite, like all those different words that you used are so much fun that it really, I think, will engage women, especially when, again, they're bored at home trying to figure out what to do with their life. So that was just great. And then just simplifying everything and having the materials all laid out for us. Thank you so much. That is just wonderful. You are the best.
Thanks, Kayla. How about Valerie? Valerie Bard?
Yes. Hey, thank you so much, Whitney. I always love when you do trainings because you inspire us, but you also give us really practical things to do. And so I loved a lot of like the language that you were using and especially about earning the gift card. I think that's so great because like I get really excited for gift cards and I think that helps us get something out of it too. So thank you.
Yay. Thanks, Valerie. How about Pam Fields?
Hi, Whitney, you are amazing. I just really wanted to say how I love how you tell them everybody has a skill, everybody has a gift, but yours isn't sewing masks and it isn't, doing that. And so to let them know what we can offer them, I think is amazing. And so I thought that was really great.
Yay. Thank you, Pam. How about Sonia? Sonia Hawkins?
Yes, good morning. You know, Whitney, I get the opportunity to see you on a regular basis before all of this, and I have just always loved and admired your level of organization. For someone like me who has a million things going on, the fact that you've got a postcard that explains how that works and a form that explains how something else works, all of that is so great for all the busy moms and the people who still have full-time jobs, and to just streamline everything, I think is an awesome idea. And then offer it to us for free, knowing that you created all this awesome stuff with Girl Boss. We so appreciate it.
Yeah, Sonia. Yay. And one more, Brenda Lopez.
Well, Sonia just said everything I was going to say, but Whitney is just, you're so amazing, Whitney. And you make things you set it up for us to where there's no way we can fail. And I appreciate you. I appreciate you setting up the mom bot or the, what is it called again? Girl Boss, because I always try to figure out how to do these things and I'm not really, let's just say, I don't know how to make things simple, but you just did that for me. So I appreciate it. And thank you for your time.
Yay. Thanks, Brenda. So good. You guys are so great. So Whit, thank you so much. Yeah, I love how your brain thinks differently than my brain. We come together, we create a whole brain together. I love that we get to absolutely always showcase other people's strengths and how it is that they work their businesses, and that we get to learn from each other and know that our own talents are what we take forward. So Whit, thanks for being such a great example of that. Yay. So let's applaud her. Yay. So there we go.